Good morning, everyone. Good morning, afternoon, evening to everyone tuning in from different parts of the world. Whether you're just starting the day, like here in Guatemala, we're currently 10 in the morning, or just you're staying up late. Thank you for joining me today. So, my name is Sunghye Kim, and I work on resilience projects with the World Food Program here in Guatemala. And I'm excited to share our disaster risk finance initiatives with you today. So DRF stands for disaster risk finance, and you'll hear me mention them as we go later along. So I'll just share my presentation here. Let's see. All set. I don't know if you can see the presentation. Yeah, but we can move on. So yeah, as earlier I said before, yeah, today we'll see disaster risk finance here. So yeah, in this presentation, I will focus not on the technical aspects, but on how appropriate technologies are effectively applied in WFP Guatemala intervention areas here in Guatemala to address communities' needs. So disaster risk finances are here, as you can see, parametric microinsurance, anticipatory action, climate information services. Primarily, you might wonder why focusing on Guatemala. Guatemala is one of the countries most severely affected by climate change. Specifically, they are experiencing reduced rainfall during the critical maize growing season. And these projects help us deal with extreme weather events like drought, excessive rainfall, floods, and El Nino, and take preventive steps to reduce the impact of climate shocks. So throughout this presentation, we'll also see how DRF helps include more people in financial programs. I hope you find this session helpful and gain a better understanding of the positive effects of our initiatives throughout recent years. We'll also explore new ideas for building climate resilience and managing disaster risks. So yeah, let's jump right in. So before diving into our DRF strategies, I'd like to briefly explain our R4 Rural Resilience Initiatives, which is WFP's flagship program. This initiative supports vulnerable households with integrated climate risk management by combining four key strategies, as you can see. To begin with, our risk reduction efforts involve various activities to support smallholder farmers. So we help them adopt improved agricultural activities, such as conservation of soil, conservation of waters, and also climate smart agriculture. And this provides them with climate information advisory services. So next we focus on risk transfer, which facilitates access to various types of insurance policies based on their characteristics and target areas. We also promote prudent risk taking. This involves a combination of financial education, livelihood diversification, and easier access to credit, all aimed at enabling better investment. Then lastly, our risk retention component encourages group savings or for households and communities and improves storage and post-harvest management. These efforts aim to build resilience and enhance food security while also creating social safety nets. So these are the RF intervention areas in Guatemala territory. Our DRF interventions span various regions, which tailored to address specific needs. Since 2021, we've piloted micro insurance from here in Chiquimula region. And last year, we've piloted Anticipatory Action also in Chiquimula. And yeah, we'll see in detail as we move on to the next presentation. Okay. Oops. So yeah, firstly, microinsurance. So insurance as a key tool for resilience. This microinsurance aims to help financially struggling farmers access insurance that covers their productive activities. The focus of this parametric insurance, microinsurance design has been on addressing the primarily hazards of prolonged drought and excessive rainfall in Guatemala, which are identified as the key weather risks leading to food insecurity and malnutrition among smallholder producers. When a shock hits, compensation or let's say payouts for weather-related losses are, or more like insurance payout, prevents farmers from having to take desperate measures such as selling their productive assets and helps them get back on their feet faster. So insured farmers say more. It's known that we found that the insured farmers say more than those who without any insurance, and they invest more. By protecting farmers' investments in case of a bad season when crops don't do well, microinsurance enables them to try out new ways to make more money and buy seeds, fertilizers, and new technologies. So let's take a closer look at how insurance can be a key tool for resilience. So here's financial empowerment. To empower smallholder farmers financially, we address their limited access to financial services and also education. By providing financial education and improving access to credit and supporting prudent financial decision making, we help them make informed choices and better investments. And then market access. It is significantly important to connect farmers to larger markets to solve the difficulty they face in accessing broader sales opportunities. So by creating pathways to these markets, we boost their income and support their economic growth. And then we also ensure farmers are protected against specific risks by offering tailored index insurance solutions. This relevant risk coverage shields them from climate hazards and other uncertainties, providing peace of mind and stability. Furthermore, to safeguard against business interruptions caused by climate events, pests, and other disruptions, we implement measures that ensure continuity. This protection against business interruptions help maintain their income and livelihood stability. Finally, we focus on scalable and sustainable solutions to address the widespread and long-term challenges faced by smallholder farmers. Here, as you can see, for the 2023 and 2024 period, we insured 14,226 people, including 12,000 women and 2,000 men. you will notice a significant number of women among those who receive insurance coverage here. So our intervention covered 27 municipalities across 7 departments: Quiche, Alta Verapaz, Baja Verapaz, El Progreso, Zacapa, Chiquimula, and Jalapa. So moving forward, we aim to expand our coverage not only for self-financing by ourselves, financing from partners, but also through the contributions of subscribers towards insurance costs. The number of insured people increased significantly last year, and we are expecting another increase this year too. So when we first started, it was only 1,291, and then as years goes by, our subscribers expanded. So yeah, in this period of 2023 and 2024, more than 5,000 payments were activated in 4 departments under drought coverage within a 60-day period from May 15 to July 15. Additionally, 30 payments that were activated under excessive rain coverage reported on July 4 in Alta Verapaz. And here's how insurance works. So firstly, farmers' commercial and productive activity may be interrupted by events such as drought or floods. And then relevant agencies here in Guatemala, micro is a technical trigger operator, and there is a aseguradora rural, which is an insurance carrier. So they report the disaster strengths in the farmer's location, and then the payout farmers, the farmers receive payouts. The payout farmers receive proportional to the severity of the event. So it is important to note that since a payout is not linked to the crop survival or failure, the farmer always has an incentive to make the best decisions for crop survivor. And then the farmers will be informed via text message about the payment. This process ensures quick and fair compensation for insurance subscribers. So, and then lastly, yeah, beneficiaries will get paid their payouts from the whether drought or excessive rain. So here, payments can be direct deposit to a bank account of beneficiaries, or a payment via mobile distribution token or in cash. Here, basically, while the World Food Program acts as a main policy holder representing the beneficiaries, Aseguradora Rural under Rural manages the insurance product. In 2023, we aim to insure more than 16,000 families and reach 88% of our target. And then we had a few technical improvements. We adjusted drought coverages and also developed a mobile application for data capture, which helped us to be more efficient when it comes to subscription of our beneficiaries. Furthermore, we doubled the number of participating municipalities. Notably, 54% of the insured families contributed to the premium. Our objective is to gradually support farmers to start paying for insurance in cash. Oh, before heading to anticipatory action, yeah, I'd like to mention a few limitations that of this insurance. So for this parametric insurances, payouts are determined by the amount of rainfall measured by rain gauges or satellites, not by the actual amount of rainfall that falls on the field. Furthermore, this index insurance cannot be used to address every risk yet. But we're trying to cover more of more kind of disasters. Whether it can be floods or other types of disasters. So if I mention a few of our key findings of parametric insurance, so this insurance, parametric insurance, works best when it is combined with other development and disaster management strategies, not as standalone solutions, but one tool of many. So yeah, let's move forward to anticipatory action. So yeah, why anticipatory action? So last year, as I mentioned before, the World Food Program in Guatemala piloted the anticipatory action model specifically designed for prolonged droughts or dry spells, here known as caniculas in the dry corridor of Guatemala. So this anticipatory action mechanisms represent a paradigm shift, allowing for proactive measures to be taken before a forecasted event occurs. By doing so, we can facilitate the preparation of agriculture productive areas and mitigate significant losses seamlessly. To establish the triggers for the anticipatory action model, first we looked at things like weather forecasts and past data to understand when droughts might happen. Then we talked to experts in Sivume, Guatemalan Climate and Disaster Institutes, and Guatemalan coordinating agents for disaster reductions, and local leaders to decide on the best ways to predict and prepare for this dry spells. So, and lastly, together, we came up with specific levels and factors to watch out for. So we know when it's time to take action and help communities before drought hits. So yeah, we use advanced forecasting and monitoring tools such as NextGen and data set to set more precise thresholds, and then trips, which is precipitation with station data to identify historical rainfall patterns and anomalies, and then VHI to monitor vegetation health and stress levels. In mid-2023, the trigger was activated in Chiquimula in response to a forecasted dry spell anticipated for June. As a result of activation of anticipatory action, total 1,200 smallholder families in dry corridors Chiquimula department were benefited. This activation prompted the World Food Program Guatemala to conduct climate adaptation training based on climate forecasts for Chiquimula, which included guidance on agriculture calendar, seed selection, drought resistance varieties, soil protection, and rainwater harvesting. We also distributed drought-resistant seeds, disseminated agroclimatic recommendations via text messages. Additionally, community-level weather monitoring was implemented. Also, we did cash transfers, serving as a community level finance mechanism to implement field actions ahead of forecasted dry spells. Cash transfers have been utilized for several purposes, like reactivating production, purchasing food, investing in non-agricultural activities, saving money, and accessing healthcare. Additionally, we have provided support for community seed banks, which involves silos, grain distribution, and mechanisms for grain purchase and sale, which led to enhanced food storage. So these actions aim to tackle challenges, humanitarian challenges, by making the most of climate forecast and early warning system. So yeah, moving on to the next point. Lastly, climate services. Yeah. Climate information services are crucial for smallholder farmers in Guatemala, as they enable informed decision making regarding agricultural practices, resource management, and adaptation strategies in response to changing climatic conditions. This in turn boosts their resilience and productivity. In 2023, World Food Program aimed to empower 75 community members in Chiquimula, Zacapa, and Progreso by training them to become climate community monitors to record key data such as precipitation, temperature, humidity, soil conditions, and wind. They all got through this training based on adapted participatory integrated climate services for agriculture, shortened PICSA methodology, will enable them to capture and share local climate and weather data on a daily basis. This climate community monitors will play a vital role in supporting the implementation of anticipatory action in the field and tracking drought events in communities where the trigger activates anticipatory action. On the other hand, to date, 185 rain gauges and 24 automated agroclimatic sensors have been installed throughout Guatemala in our intervention area. Moreover, last year, early and warning messages and agroclimatic recommendations were disseminated via text messages to 10,000 individuals, and readiness training sessions were conducted to prepare communities for impending conditions. Well, yeah. As you can see here, these are the deliverables that we've collected from the climate information services. So yeah, moving on to the next step of our DRF package. So while we have achieved significant progress, we still face several challenges and areas for improvements that we must address to ensure the sustainability and scalability of our initiatives. First, we need to establish effective strategies at both the national and municipal levels. This involves aligning our efforts with broader governmental plans and ensuring that our interventions are coordinated and supported across all levels of administration. And secondly, develop a short financial education training program, because focused on the correct usage of payouts during the payment process. This program should educate recipients on managing their funds effectively to maximize their benefits and ensure long-term financial stability. And then, yeah, moving into capacity building, yeah, there was a necessity of capacity building for partner actors. When it comes to anticipatory action, not only governmental actors, but yeah, other NGOs, cooperating NGOs, and yeah. Moving on to insurance sustainability strategy monitoring. Yeah, so we need to coordinate with our monitoring and evaluation unit to review surveys and feedback to ensure the effectiveness of the indemnity payments and make necessary adjustment for future distributions. Moreover, coordinating with government, let's say Minister of Agriculture and Livestock and Food of Guatemala, short in MOA, for a joint communication response regarding risk transfer mechanisms for insurance to address the effects of extreme weather, including El Nino phenomenon. Moreover, we are working on another type of insurance, FII, forecasting index insurance. This type of insurance relies on forecast to enable proactive payouts before a disaster strikes. So we are collaborating with the international research institutes for climate and societies, utilizing next-gen weather and climate forecasting technology as a primary data source. This insurance model can be seamlessly integrated into the implementation of anticipatory actions, allowing for approximately 45 days of advance warning and response measures before an event occurs. Yeah, so here is a scheme of our DRF package. So yeah, in conclusion, our disaster risk finance interventions aim to build resilience, empower communities, and provide sustainable solutions to climate-related challenges. Thank you for your attention, and I'm now open to any questions you may have.